Why do we believe in a great experience, even before we actually see a place with our own eyes? It is a question that touches the very core of human perception and the architecture of our shared reality. Is the place itself truly great? Or have we simply stepped into a story designed to make us believe it is? We must discern between the physical object and the narrative we project upon it. Today, we will explore Jungfraujoch, the famous destination in the Swiss Alps, known globally as the top of Europe, a place where nature and human ambition meet in a grand synthesis. Many people recognize this location as an absolute wonder of nature, a masterpiece of the physical world. It stands as a testament to the primal beauty of our planet's high places. However, if we examine it with a scholarly depth, a surprising and profound truth begins to emerge. It is not merely a geological formation, but a cultural and historical construct. Jungfraujoch is not just a natural site. It is a product of human persistence, technology, and branding. It represents the triumph of the human spirit over the indifference of the elements. In the late 19th century, Europe was vibrating with the intense energy of the Industrial Revolution. A new era of connectivity was beginning to reshape the very fabric of human society. Railways were expanding beyond mere city connections, reaching into territories once thought unreachable by man. The Iron Horse was claiming the high peaks for civilization and progress. The Swiss entrepreneur Adolf Geyer Zeller possessed a vision that seemed entirely impossible at the time. He was a man who saw potential where others saw only insurmountable barriers of rock and ice. He proposed a bold idea: let us take people to the top of the Alps by train. It was a revolutionary concept that challenged the very limits of contemporary engineering and imagination. This plan sounded like madness. The Alps were rugged, and the glaciers were far too dangerous for such a task. The mountain was a formidable opponent, ancient and unforgiving. But human persistence is often more stubborn than nature itself. The will to transform reality prevailed. We are a species defined by our refusal to accept the boundaries of the natural world. Construction began in 1896. Thousands of laborers worked through blizzards, avalanches, and severe oxygen deficiency, their sacrifices etched into the very stones of the Jungfrau. The final result was the Jungfrau Railway, a triumph of engineering that defied the traditional laws of terrain. It remains a crowning achievement of the industrial age's ambition. The tunnel spans approximately 7 kilometers, with its final destination resting at an elevation of 3,454 meters. It is a journey from the valley floor to the roof of the continent. Even today, it is celebrated as the highest railway station in all of Europe, standing as a true marvel of human ingenuity and a beacon for travelers from across the globe. If the story ended with engineering, it would be a great tale of progress. But the real truth is deeper. We must look at how this place transformed from a site into a story. The scenery of Jungfraujoch is, of course, spectacular, but scenery is not the only reason we are moved. We are moved by the meaning we find in the silence of the ice. People experience profound emotion within the story that they have reached the very top of Europe. It is a narrative of arrival, of achievement, and of being at the pinnacle of existence. Half of our emotion comes not from the landscape itself, but from the narrative we have stepped into. We see not just snow and rock, but the culmination of a historical journey. Travelers speak of this, traveling through a long, dark tunnel and suddenly emerging into a world of pure white. It is a physical manifestation of a psychological transition. In that moment, they feel they have not just seen nature, but have finally arrived at a dream. The stark contrast of light and dark creates a powerful emotional resonance. A traveler once noted that snow and ice could be seen in other parts of the Alps as well. The physical reality was not unique, yet the experience at Jungfraujoch was felt as extraordinary. But the words, "I have come to the top of Europe," made the entire experience feel special. The power of naming and framing can elevate the mundane to the level of the sacred. This is a remarkable feature of human cognition. We respond more strongly to stories than to raw facts. Our brains are hardwired to find meaning in sequence and symbolism. Jungfraujoch is a natural site, but also the greatest tourism story structure ever conceived by man. Every element, from the railway to the ice palace, serves the central narrative. The railway and the brand Top of Europe transformed a simple scenery into a powerful narrative. It is a masterclass in the creation of value through the art of storytelling. The core insight is simple. The most powerful experiences are born when reality and story merge. This synthesis creates a reality that is greater than the sum of its parts. When physical reality and human imagination combine, they create a massive, enduring work of art. This is the alchemy of branding and the power of human thought in action. The message is clear. True inspiration does not come from scenery alone. It comes from meaning. It is our interpretation of the world that gives it beauty and significance. From this, we gain three major changes. First, our eyes to see the world begin to change. We no longer see objects, but the narratives that bring them to life for us. We understand landmarks not just as places, but as experiences meticulously created by stories. We become active participants in the narrative rather than passive observers. Second, we understand the structure of success. Strong brands always possess a powerful reality. The physical truth must support the narrative for the experience to be authentic. A powerful brand or place must carry both a physical reality and a deeply compelling narrative. Without both, the experience lacks the resonance to endure through time. Third, you gain the insight that you can design your own life as a unique, purposeful story. You are the author of your own existence, the creator of your own meaning. Life becomes a completely different experience depending on what meaning we choose to assign to it. We must be intentional about the stories we tell ourselves about our journey. The truth of Jungfraujoch is this: humans do not just climb mountains, we climb stories. We seek the summits of meaning and the peaks of human understanding. And sometimes, the name given to that mountain is even higher than the mountain itself. The narrative can reach beyond the physical limits of the world we inhabit. Remember, the highest place in the world is not sea level, but the reach of human imagination. It is the only frontier that remains truly infinite and unexplored. I hope today's story has enriched your perspective. Thank you for joining this masterclass on the architecture of imagination. May your journey always be meaningful. Jongmoon Ko, also known as James Ko, is an author and philosopher dedicated to exploring the intersection of history, management, and the humanities through a scholarly lens. For inquiries regarding his research or to discuss strategic humanities, you may contact him at k903911198@gmail.com. He welcomes intellectual dialogue. To further explore these themes, you may research the history of the Jungfraujoch Railway and the strategic development of alpine tourism as a cultural narrative. Consider investigating the architecture of human imagination and its role in the decision-making processes that shape our perception of reality and successful branding. Connect with this narrative using hashtags such as Jungfraujoch, Swiss travel, and the power of storytelling. Engage with a community of thinkers and creators worldwide. Further your engagement with travel humanities, world landmarks, and Europe travel. Let the conversation continue across all platforms of intellectual exchange and growth. Let us take a moment to absorb the silent majesty of the high Alps, where the dreams of the past become the reality of our present experience. Every track laid here was a testament to the belief that no height is beyond our reach if we have the imagination to chart the path toward it. Deep within the glacier, the ice itself tells a story of preservation, of time frozen in a crystalline embrace that awaits our discovery and interpretation. Standing at the edge of the world, we see not just stars, but our own potential for discovery. The heights offer a clarity that is found nowhere else. In the stillness of the summit, the narrative of our existence becomes clear and focused. The noise of the valley fades into the music of the peaks. These drawings were the first words of a story that would change tourism forever. They were the blueprints for a dream that many deemed impossible to achieve. Every step taken on this peak is a continuation of the path Geyer Zeller first imagined. We walk in the footsteps of a giant who dared to look up. As the sun sets, the story of the day settles into the memory of the mountain. The ice preserves the narrative of those who sought the heights. The silence of the journey is where the true understanding of the experience begins to take root. In the transit, we find the space to reflect. Even the wind here whispers the name Top of Europe, a brand etched into the very air. It is a title earned by the audacity of human will. Nature provides the canvas, but it is our names and stories that provide the color. We are the ones who give the landscape its voice and soul. Welcome to the peak of thought, where the elevation is measured in ideas, not meters. You have reached the summit of what human creativity can achieve. The archives of our history are filled with such peaks, waiting for us to climb them. Every book is a mountain, every chapter a step toward the summit. From this small corner of the world, a global lesson in branding and narrative was born. It is a lesson that resonates across all cultures and industries. Our stories are as eternal as the stars that watch over the silent glaciers. They are the constellations by which we navigate our journey through time. Every new day is a fresh chapter in the ongoing narrative of human achievement. The mountain is reborn with every sunrise, and so is our story. To see the world from above is to understand the interconnectedness of reality and dream. It is to see the pattern of our persistence from a distance. The pen and the pickaxe worked together to build the top of Europe. One charted the vision, while the other carved it into the stubborn rock. What we see is often a reflection of what we have been told to expect. Our perception is filtered through the stories we carry within ourselves. In the heart of the story, the light of truth shines with a special clarity. We find the essence of our existence in the most extreme and silent places, a symbol of a nation's persistence and the global reach of its imagination. It is a flag planted on the summit of human possibility. We follow the stories of those who came before us, and we leave our own for others to follow. Our legacy is the narrative we leave behind. Reality is the foundation, but the story is the crown of the mountain. One provides the height, while the other provides the meaning and the majesty. When we focus our imagination, the unreachable becomes our next destination. We bring the horizon into our immediate reach through the lens of thought. Steadily, we rise, fueled by the narrative of being at the top of the world. Every meter gained is a victory of will over gravity and doubt. In the silence of the heights, the voice of the story is heard most clearly. The elements whisper the narrative of those who dared to challenge them. Frozen in time, these peaks remain as monuments to our collective imagination. They are the eternal witnesses to the stories we tell about ourselves. The story ends where it began, in the infinite reach of human potential. We are the architects of the heights and the writers of the peaks. Every great experience is a book waiting to be written. Thank you for traveling to the summit of imagination with me.